Did you know that even a small amount of oil in abrasive materials can lead to complete coating failure? In this video, I'll show you a simple but critical field test that can save your project from serious quality issues. The Vial test. Hello everyone, welcome back. If you're working in surface preparation, blasting, or coating inspection, this is one of the most important checks you must perform before starting any blasting activity. Let's first understand why this test is so important. Abrasives are used to clean steel surfaces before coating, but if these abrasives are contaminated with oil or grease, they can transfer that contamination directly onto the steel surface. This leads to serious coating defects such as poor adhesion, blistering, peeling, and even premature corrosion. In industries like oil and gas, where coatings protect critical equipment and structures, even a small mistake like this can lead to major failures and costly repairs. That's why checking abrasives for oil contamination is not optional. It's a mandatory quality control step. Now let's talk about the Vial test. The Vial test is a simple, quick, and effective method used to detect oil contamination in abrasive materials using water and visual inspection. It doesn't require any complex equipment, and it can be easily performed on-site. Now let's go through the equipment required. You will need a clean, transparent glass vial or bottle with a lid. You will also need clean water, preferably distilled water, to ensure accurate results. Next, you need a representative sample of the abrasive material. And finally, make sure you have proper lighting conditions so you can clearly observe the results. Now let's move on to the step-by-step procedure. Step 1. Always ensure that the vial is completely clean and free from any contamination. Even a small amount of residue can affect your test result. Step 2. Fill the vial about halfway with clean water. Step 3. Add the abrasive sample into the vial. Do not overfill it. A moderate quantity is enough for proper mixing. Step 4. Close the lid tightly and shake the vial vigorously for about 30 to 60 seconds. This step is very important as it helps release any oil present on the abrasive particles into the water. Step 5. Place the vial on a flat surface and allow the mixture to settle for a few minutes. Now comes the most important part, observation. Carefully look at the surface of the water under good lighting. If the water appears completely clear, with no visible film or discoloration, then the abrasive is clean and acceptable for use. However, if you notice a rainbow sheen, floating oil droplets, or any kind of visible film on the water surface, this indicates oil contamination. Even a thin, barely visible oil layer is enough to reject the abrasive. Now let's talk about acceptance criteria. As per standard inspection practices, the water surface should remain completely free from oil or grease. There should be no visible signs of contamination. If any contamination is observed, the abrasive must be rejected immediately and should not be used for blasting. Now let's discuss some common mistakes that inspectors often make during this test. One of the most common mistakes is using a dirty vial. This can give false results. Another mistake is not shaking the vial properly. Without proper agitation, oil may not separate into the water, leading to incorrect conclusions. Poor lighting is also a major issue. Without proper visibility, it becomes difficult to detect thin oil films. And finally, some inspectors ignore slight oil sheen, assuming it is not significant. This is a critical mistake. Remember, even a very small amount of oil can cause coating failure. Now let's quickly summarize what we have learned. The Vial test is a simple and effective method to detect oil contamination in abrasives. It requires minimal equipment and can be performed easily on site. Always ensure proper procedure, good lighting, and careful observation. And most importantly, never ignore any sign of contamination. This small test can prevent major coating failures and save significant time and cost. Always include the Vial test as part of your pre-blasting inspection checklist. Thank you for watching. If you found this video useful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more practical inspection and QA/QC guides. Stay safe and keep inspecting with quality.